Hello there, and welcome to Chip Advisor. Yes, hello there. I'm Phil. This is Chip Advisor, and this week we are talking about something quintessentially British, and that is the humble trifle. I am here with what should we give him this week? I am here with Michael. How are you, Michael?
Now brown cow.
Gonna start on that risky.
Okay.
Don't want to edit this weekend.
Look, you give me the theme tune. I work with it. Yes. Hi. Great to be here.
Good. And we're also here this week with Lewis. How are you, Lewis?
Blessings, friends and listeners. I am very well. Talking of quintessentially English or quintessentially British, I spent yesterday evening playing golf and this morning playing cricket. I'm really embracing the middle classes, and I know that I know Harry's not with us today, so I feel like I'm representing for British society folk.
A bit of lawn tennis before your croquet later.
Wow. That does sound like a lovely thing. Pims on the green.
Yeah, very nice.
That'd be it's lovely weather for a Pims. Finally, some sunshine.
I was able to order a ice cream van for my my staff here.
Order an ice cream van?
Yes.
Do you need the van part of that? Did you ordered an ice cream?
No, I ordered a nice green van. So he rocked up about 11:30, and everyone was able to choose their own Knickerbocker glories. So yeah, they've come and delivered all of those for everybody. Very nice too.
Wow, that is crazy.
What a workplace.
Well, yeah. I try, guys. I try.
Absolutely. I mean, bit of admin on that. I mean, last week we recorded about Mr. Whippy, and we were discussing the different types of ice cream, and if they're yellower, they tend to be less likely to have palm oil in, more likely to have more cream in.
Yeah.
Anyway, my daughter was at her school prom last night, and she messaged me from the school prom. I was very proud of her. She said to me, and this is going to blow everything apart, we've got an ice cream van here, and we're all allowed to choose an ice cream. It wasn't an actual Mr. Whippy, but it wasn't white. It was really yellow. So that blows away that theory straight away.
Oh.
I said to her, is it a Jim's van? After you said it was called, all the local ones are called Jim. It's not called Jim. Oof. Imagine this. What is the female of Jim? What's going to be the alternative?
Jemima?
No. Not quite literally. It doesn't sound like Jim.
Oh.
But of that era.
Helen?
It's a good guess, but
I'm thinking the Daniels on Neighbours, that's all.
Yeah, no, I see where you're going, and I'm pleased you did. But it's actually Sharon's ice creams.
Oh, Shazza. Okay.
Sharon's. And I said it's good to see equality and that Jim's been, reined back in. But no doubt you had Jim's at yours today.
I did have Jim's. It was a good yellow colour to it. And I did reference our podcast.
Is he a big fan?
Not as yet. But I dare say I'll be jumping on board this afternoon.
Well, that's good, because then you can listen back to last week's where you accused pretty much every ice cream man of being a drugs lord.
That very much came out of Harry's mouth. Certainly not mine.
Oh, okay.
Well, let's get at the school fete. It was Richard's Mr. Softy. I'm just checking my online banking for the man I got fleeced for for an oyster. Richard's Mr. Softy.
I had an oyster. I had an oyster with sherbet for the first time ever this week.
How was it?
It was good. I wasn't expecting a marshmallow. But there it was.
I know, it's one of my favourite parts of it.
Right.
Well, in food-based news, I need to leave for about 2 minutes to get the children's lunch.
Hey, that's fine. I've got some admin, Lewis, so you're absolutely fine.
You admin away and I'll be back.
What are you doing? You have to make lunch?
I've just got to get it out the oven because I don't.
Are they not capable?
Well, no.
Your son is 17 years old.
My son is in bed. This is
Right.
this is the younger one and her friend.
Oh dear. Okay. All right. Enough said.
Okay.
All right. Are we chatting then, Phil?
Yeah, we're chatting. Just quickly, well, I have got some admin, but also, I don't think that lunch at home should be cooked in an oven.
Okay.
I don't. I think oven is for evening meals.
No. I can work with that. That's a fair point. That's
I think
a
it's
fair point. Sandwich
pretty rogue.
toaster maybe is that a bridge too far for you as well, or is that okay?
I will allow what curries would classify as small appliances, but
Okay.
an oven I think seems excessive. So
What about an
air
air fryer? Where does that fit in you?
I don't know. We considered buying one this week, and then decided to pay for the boiler to be serviced instead. So
They really are coming down in price, guys. So yeah, do check out the deals available on air fryers.
I just don't know whether air fryer. We'll do a special air fryer episode, I reckon, because everyone who's got an air fryer sings and dances about air fryers.
Yeah.
But I worry whether they're just doing that to justify the price they paid for it, and they're going, "Oh no, it was worth it." Like when we bought a bread maker, and it was like, "Oh yeah, no, I'm going to use this every day, so it's definitely worth it." And actually, we only use it in the school holidays occasionally.
One of the things I love about the air fryer versus the oven is I clean the air fryer every day and it's not a problem. The oven, I clean once in 6 months, and perhaps I get somebody else to come in and do it for me. And it's a lot of work, and there's always a slight tinge to any food that I cook in my oven. Maybe it's just a me thing, but I do love the fresh and crispness of an air fried dinner.
Yeah, I'm hearing this a lot from people, but I still don't know whether you're just trying to justify the cost of an air fryer. That's the thing. Anyway, in admin terms, I know there are a lot of people that listen to this using the Apple platform.
Oh yeah,
because I get to see stats now. I therefore know that a very, very, very small percentage have left us a review on Apple, which is disappointing.
Are the would you say that the Apple listeners are the core of our listenership?
That is a wonderful work.
I think Lewis was going to do the same pun, but I pipped him to it.
Oh, very nice. Oh dear.
Yeah,
stop thinking other puns, guys. Stop thinking of
other
puns.
Yeah, I'm trying to get CD in there somewhere, but it doesn't feel appropriate. No.
Yeah. No, so sorry, Phil. Yes, a lack of Apple reviews.
So yeah, we've got 9 reviews on Spotify.
A whole 9, nearly double figures.
Yeah, wow. 9.
Glad we spend the amount of time we do working on this.
Yeah, wow. Yeah. Imagine, Lewis, if you had to edit it as well.
I mean, I couldn't imagine the soul-destroying thing that we'd be trying to edit this.
30% of our listeners are on Apple, yet they don't bother reviewing us. Strangely, it says 27% of our listeners are on Edge, and I don't know what that is.
Are on the Edge.
Yeah,
and probably. And then next is Spotify, and next is Amazon Music.
So Edge is a Microsoft application for it's what we used to call Internet Explorer back in the day.
Oh, I thought that was oh no, not Bing. Anyway, I'm not 800. We don't need to talk about that. But anyway, please do leave us a review because it would make me smile.
Are we performing in Algeria these days?
Oh, okay. You really want me to delve into?
Oh, I just know that we were big once upon a time. We were very big in Algeria.
Yeah, we've lived off that for a little while now.
Yeah, we have.
Yeah, we have. It's not very big. I would say certainly last week, no listeners in Algeria. So
what?
Yeah,
what's happened?
What have we done?
They don't like Mr. Whippy, clearly.
Oh my goodness! I think there must be some sort of issue at Apple's end there in Algeria to go from. I think we were number 2 in the comedy podcast to no listens.
Well, I don't think we're number 2. I think you've made that up, but fine. Listen, it's neither here nor there when it comes to Trifle, which we should start talking about.
Yes.
Other bit of admin is that I'm slowly uploading all of the recordings onto the YouTube, and all of those are completely unedited. So if,
this was like a terrible idea.
So may result in Mike losing his job if you delve deep enough. But I'm up to episode 22 now. So
Right.
at time of recording, but it takes quite a while to do. But yeah, they'll all be there, so you'll be able to see our faces and occasionally Mike's forehead.
Yes.
So trifle then, 10 minutes in.
Mm-hmm.
Right, the word trifle comes from the French word trufle, which means something trite or whimsical.
Sorry, Phil.
Hello.
Are you talking at normal volume?
I'm trying to.
Oh, I must be a trifle deaf. Sorry, do carry on.
Oh.
What are you? An idiot sandwich.
Brilliant.
Oh dear.
Brilliant. Thanks for that, Michael.
Okay.
I can't stress enough the time restraints on this episode that Mike has just already, gone sideways on.
Oh dear. Okay.
So trifle comes from the French word trufle, which means something whimsical or trite. But I mean, a trifle doesn't seem whimsical to me. I mean, a trifle. Just so we know where we are to start with. Are we all fans of the trifle?
No.
Love
What?
a trifle.
Oh.
Why not, Michael?
Soggy bottom, isn't it? I don't like the sponge element. I like if it was just jelly, custard, cream, some sprinkles. That would be fine by me. But the traditional trifle with the soggy sponge, it's not for me.
I'm happy to put this on record that if you've got a soggy bottom, you're doing it wrong.
Oh.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think it needs to be soggy.
All right.
Of course, they're there to absorb some of the excess liquid you might get. But are we talking ladyfingers here?
Oh, I don't want any of that anywhere near. I don't want ladyfingers anywhere near my mouth.
I think you do. I think that they're a good snack, and I think that they're perfect not only for babies to just gnaw on, but adults to snack on. They're a cheap snack, the ladyfinger, and I think they're an underrated one at that.
I agree.
Unnerving texture. Texture.
I'm putting it out there. I think trifle may possibly be my favourite pudding.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Absolutely love it. I think it's because inherently I'm a little bit greedy, and it feels like you're having about components of about 4 different puddings in one.
Yeah, I've never thought of it.
True.
Never thought of it that way.
When I think trifle, I think that's the sort of thing that Mum and indeed our Nan used to make when they heard that Kev was coming around, our other brother. Be like, oh, I'll make a flan. I'll make a trifle then. When we're coming around, no trifle in sight. Lewis, for those who don't know what a trifle is, as a trifle lover, why don't you explain what they are?
Okay. So we're going for some kind of sponge-based bottom. I would say ladyfingers. Some may use. Some controversially have gone sort of big Arctic roll. Don't mean Arctic, Swiss roll. I mean.
Swiss roll, yeah.
Bit of jelly, bit of custard, bit of cream, then whatever, and some put a bit of booze in the bottom of it.
No.
Bit of sherry.
Oh no.
Traditionally sherry trifle.
Interestingly, you've removed the fruit element.
Well, you can go, yeah. So, I mean, when I was growing, it was definitely had a tin of tinned mixed fruit in the bottom, sort of within the jelly.
In the jelly,
mixed in the jelly, yeah. But you
Okay.
don't have to do that. I would say that you can buy many a trifle without the fruit element.
Yeah, I mean, you get disgusting chocolate ones now, which I'm not a fan of. I could eat it, but I don't like it.
Yeah, I've been sucked in before with a chocolate trifle, thinking, oh, that does look good, and then I think should have gone original.
Yeah, original and best. So the ladyfingers, for those who don't know.
Can you stop saying ladyfingers? It's making me wince every time you say it.
I just don't know why.
There just feels something a little bit biological about it.
You have real issues with anatomy, don't you?
I do. Yeah.
we've been here before on this podcast.
Yeah.
I didn't think fingers were going to be one that really set you off today.
It's just got me. It's got me going all fallopian again. I'm not a fan.
Oh gosh.
No, Mikey. No, Mikey. That was so not right.
Don't like it.
So trifles appeared in cookery books as far back as the 16th century. It is a British thing, so it doesn't come, unfortunately, from ancient Greece. It's the idea of layering cream or custard on top of what used to be stale elements. So that's why they would use like a dried out cake or dried out sponge, because then they're going to add more liquid to it with the cream or the custard, and it will soften a bit. Doesn't need to go soggy. I'll say that many times. So it was a bit like like you get like a gooseberry fool or that sort of thing. It was more pureed fruit with cream on top. But then they went big in the 1700s trifles, and then people started getting a bit more creative with it, adding fruit, doing different flavors, exotic ones, because they could get their hands on a few exotic fruits, stuff like that, adding alcohol into the sponge, which people still do today. I remember when we were younger having sherry trifle, and I don't remember us ever having sherry in the house.
Mm. I think that might be sherry trifle at other people's houses, no? At grandparents' houses?
Oh, maybe. I can still taste it though now. I haven't had sherry trifle for ages.
Did I talk to you about the fact that I'd quite like to try alcohol?
You did last week.
Yeah, maybe sherry could be on that list as well.
Okay.
Wow, that would be quite an interesting place to start, would be my
Do you think?
Yeah. Well, essentially, I know you're a sometime church attender, Michael. You may be having a bit of sherry in the communion.
Yeah, maybe.
Occasionally.
To be clear, I'm very much I'm a sometime church attender, always church supporter. Just if I could just run my flag up the flagpole there. Yeah, maybe I am. I wonder. We've talked a lot about different things we could do for the 50th episode, which is fast hurtling round the corner. I wonder if we don't do an episode where I don't know, every 5 minutes I try a different drink, and we see how that unfolds.
Isn't there some comedians kind of TV show where they all get drunk while they're telling stories?
Yeah, but it may well mirror that.
I think if we just let Mike do that, that would be fine. We could just have glasses.
I'm not asking you to do it because you've already tried most of these drinks, but I'm yet to have a Baileys Mint Choc Chip or a Jack Daniels and Coke.
Okay. Well, yeah. Let's get to that when we get when we get to 50 episodes.
Sure.
It feels like a live edition.
Yeah, it does.
Could be.
So, gosh,
booking out all the whole reading room.
Where the audience has to carry Mike out. That'd be nice.
Paramedics on hand.
Yeah. Well, the reading room's got one of them, a defibrillator next to it, so we're good. Yeah.
Excellent.
So jelly was first added to trifle recipes in Hannah Glassay's Grand Trifle Cookbook of 1760, and her recipe strictly instructed the reader to use calves' feet to make rich calves' foot jelly.
So was it a savoury thing at this point?
No, I assume that's the gelatin that they're using to make the jelly.
I'm going to bring up my Knickerbocker glory in a minute, lads. So yeah,
I thought we were going with like a Friends reference of when Rachel makes the meat-based trifle.
Yes.
Well, in this recipe, biscuits and macaroons were broken into pieces and stuck into the jelly before it sets. Then thick sweet cream is poured over the jelly and the biscuits, and is decorated with more pieces of calf's foot jelly and raspberry jam. Not really.
Disgusting.
I think I prefer just to get one from Tesco's, to be honest.
I'd try it.
Yeah.
Would you?
I'll be first in that line to try it.
With the calf jelly?
Yeah, why not?
Okay, all right. Sounds like a 50th episode halftime treat.
Okay. I mean, we know some dairy farmers, so
yeah.
I mean, Lewis must live next door to about 8. I mean,
yes, absolutely.
Yeah. Okay. Well, let's not make everyone feel nauseous. But still. So yeah, trifle developed then loads of different variations through the 1700s, 1800s. And then it became quite, because in those days it was more for posh people. the upper classes. But then the advent of instant custard and fridges and whipping cream and stuff being available meant that, and shop bought jelly where you just mix it with hot water, that meant that everyone could make it at home pretty easily and chuck in whatever ingredients they had and then say, ta-da, it's a trifle. And if the ingredients are going to look horrible, shove a bit more sherry in it, take the taste away. And so that's why probably when we were younger, trifles were a regular pudding staple. I remember
They made a bit of a there was a bit of a renaissance of the trifle for the King's coronation. Was there not?
I think it's
There
for the
was.
it was. Oh, there was one for the Platinum Jubilee just before.
The Platty Dubes, of
It
course.
was the Platty Dubes, yes.
Well,
Yeah.
they had a competition. They had a competition for the Platinum Jubilee to be selected as the Platinum Pudding to help celebrate the Jubilee, and a lemon Swiss roll and amaretti trifle.
It
created-
was. I made it.
Oh,
Well,
I
it
didn't
says
actually make it.
it says it was made by someone called Gemma Melvin.
Well,
from
we're not-
Southport.
Well, I have an alias.
Right.
We,
Okay.
we all have another names on the weekend.
yeah.
So how have you? So you must be pretty good at putting on a Scouse accent then.
Let's say yes and never try to do that publicly.
Okay.
I did make the Platinum Jubilee pudding or whatever it was called, and I used it as a sermon illustration.
Oh, of course. You did.
On the day. I have no idea why. And then,
Well done.
I took it to a cake competition in the afternoon. Well, I was going to a cake competition.
How warm must this trifle have gone?
Well, it wasn't looking its best by the time it got to the cake competition, which I was judging. Mine did look like the saddest pudding on the table, and I don't think anyone had any, so I just took it home untasted.
Did you give yourself any pity points?
I went home and cried and ate it.
Hang on a second, I've got a number of questions which seem to
Okay.
have arisen from this
All right.
statement. So you've entered a cake competition that you're judging,
Well,
which apparently is fair.
Well, I hadn't entered the cake competition, but I just happened. There was a lunch beforehand, and I'd come straight from church. I'd had a platinum pudding. What do? Do you leave it in the boot of the car, or do you take it and put it on the cake table?
Okay, and so in this cake competition, your cake, were you the only judge?
Yes.
Oh, okay. It wasn't that the judges thought, you know what, I'm not even going to test that cake.
Well,
that bad?
everybody else at the event took that.
So it's like bring and share. So other people had other cakes.
Yeah. So there were lots of cake competition. Then after they were judged, everyone tucked into the cakes that were on table.
What is it? So if you go to a bring and share lunch or a buffet, what is the item that you think why someone bought that? What?
Oh,
Tomatoes.
Tomatoes would be up there for me. Couscous.
Cold rice, I often see.
Yes,
like
cold rice with
cucumbers and stuff.
raisins in it.
Yeah, why have you bought
no.
that? Like,
Yeah.
thanks, but what is that all about?
I hate to circle back on it, but Lewis, you were obviously very reluctant to try a Scouse accent there. Are there any accents that you can do?
Church of England vicar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You do have a bit of a vicar's voice that
Well,
when I take to the football pitch and do my stadium announcing, easy Tiger, easy. There is a slight slightly different tone to and pitch to the way that I do it.
yeah.
When you're preaching, there's a definite shift in gear.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good.
I'm not saying it's a bad shift.
Well, to be fair, I'm pretty sure you've called this out on this podcast before.
Right. Yeah. And
Seems
and Lewis, I guess when we think about that, that is probably what you're doing with your voice. Yeah, there's a bit of that.
Essentially, I feel like you've just given me a speech impediment.
Yeah.
Oh, welcome, Lewis. It's great fun, or is it fun?
Is it fun? Yes. For irregular listeners, last week we were discussing with Phil the fact that he's got his PHs and his THs and his Fs all the wrong way around when he's pronouncing words these days.
I tried my best. Mike, you're like when at football you turn into was it smashy and nicey? It's something
Hi,
like
good
that.
afternoon, and a warm welcome
Yeah.
to Vitality Stadium.
Oh, it feels like you're rubbing it in from last week because when they want to advertise the Fab,
They were
Yeah, that is
notorious,
great.
the Fab, which you could not get in an ice cream van in the 90s, apparently.
Not
No,
my
you could
fault.
only
Lewis.
only get a waggle willa woo woo or something. Yeah.
Yeah, sorry.
Talking
about
of which, Phil, is there a quiz?
that. All right, patience.
Oh, sorry.
I mean, there isn't a quiz.
Oh, that's a shame because it would have been a lovely just segue.
It would have, but just people will be wondering who made the coronation trifle.
I'm so sorry.
It was Adam Handling, and again, not Lewis, and he made a Parkin ginger custard and strawberry jelly trifle, which sounds vomit-inducing.
Not a big fan of the orange jelly.
No, a citrus, citrus in, not a fan. Just not a fan. Just citrus, not a fan. Right, I'm going to press the quiz music, and I'm going to think of a quiz.
Wow.
I've done this once before, and it was terrible, so I'll happily do it again.
Okay.
Here comes a quiz. It's a quiz, it's a quiz, it's a quiz, it's a quiz.
I've got one, Phil.
I've got one. Oh, okay.
Oh, well.
I don't have one, if that helps.
Do you
Lewis,
want
you
to do
be
yours, Phil?
What was yours? And Lewis can be the judge.
Okay. Is
All
that
right,
the quiz?
so I was gonna sing a song. Yeah, and I was gonna go.
Feels.
He is for the and you'd have to go Terry's chocolate orange, and then I'd go. I like to crack open. I is for the, and then Lewis would go ice cream, and I go that I like to.
Why have we got
lick
T
from the
to I?
cone. Oh yeah, there'd be an R, but
Okay.
and you'd have to not stumble on giving me ingredients that could go in a trifle that begin with that letter. But Phil, yours already sounds better, and I've not heard it.
I mean, my option was naming custard-based desserts.
Let's do it.
Well, maybe Lewis could do your song as well, because I don't think that's going to take too long.
Okay,
Lewis,
Lewis,
maybe
are you ready?
if you could do it to a rap, like sort of beat.
No, because it's based on a song from like the 1950s. It's not a rap. Maybe you didn't pick up on my Sinatra-esque tones, but that was where I was headed. Okay, are we ready? Here we go. T is for the
Terry's chocolate orange.
That's I like to crack. R is for the
Raspberry jelly.
That's I like to watch wobble. R is still for the raspberry jelly. That I like to wobble. I is for the
Ice cream.
F is for the
Falafel.
I thought you were going to say fallopian. Anyway, we'll move on.
This is just ridiculous.
Yes. Right. Let's go, Phil. Let's do it. Custard
Okay,
based.
so you'll take it in turns. You get 5 chances each to name a custard-based dessert. Okay, so that's not just necessarily custard as we see it in this country. I've got a list in front of me of custard-based desserts. Lewis, you can go first whilst Mike tries to compose himself after what can only be described as a bad section of the podcast.
Well, there's many layers to this podcast.
Oh,
it's a bad one.
Very good. Very good. You can tell you write sermons.
Yeah.
Right.
That's the quality. Custard tart.
And you might say there are many layers. Sorry, do carry on. Sorry. Custard tarts. Okay.
Custard tart is good. Yes.
Come on, Smashy.
One from one.
Oh, I mean, can I say apple crumble and custard? Is that okay?
Well, you
okay.
can say whatever you want, but you won't get any point for that. That's just
all right,
childish.
Texas.
Thank you.
I'll go for a trifle, please.
Yep, good, clever.
Thank you.
Lewis.
A creme brulee. That's a baked custard.
That's really good.
2 from 2, Mike.
What's a frangipan?
It is
Ooh,
not
that's
custard.
almond, but it is an almond custard.
Is it?
Yes.
It's an
Oh.
almond custard.
Yes.
Very good on frangipane.
Thank
Right.
you.
Oh, not again, Lewis. Getting done over in the quiz, please.
Oh. Okay, well, I'll be checking that later. Don't you worry. I'll
Okay.
bring my views to the next episode as per usual.
Please.
A Portuguese custard tart.
Have we not just had
Pastel de
custard
nata?
tart?
No, a Portuguese one.
Pastel
Oh.
de nata, I will
That's
allow.
the one. Yeah.
Canadian French tart, crusted. What? No.
What?
I'm having a breakdown.
I know. Let me make it better for you by putting
Okay.
on some tension music.
Oh, thank you. Right, custard based. I've pulled frangipane out of
I don't know where you got that from.
nowhere.
Because I don't think you honestly knew what it was when you said
I
it.
didn't. I'm really struggling, lads. Really struggling. What about custard?
No, I'm not having that.
Teletubby custard.
No, it's none. No, I'm not allowing that.
Oh.
So you need to think again, Lewis.
I'm saying bananas and custards. That's a classic pudding.
Correct.
Yeah.
Banana custard. Yeah, it's on my list. Yep. So, Mike, you need this to stay in the game.
I had one just now. Oh yeah, frozen custard.
No, it is actually on my list. Yeah.
Yes.
What?
Yeah. Frozen custard is on the Wikipedia list of custard-based
Oh,
desserts.
goodness.
Argue with them.
Right,
Oosh.
Lewis,
okay, I will.
This for the win.
What about like the school dinners, chocolate custard and sponge cake?
No, you can say all the words you want, but you have effectively just said something with custard.
No,
So
chocolate custard and sponge. It's a classic school dinner.
No, Lewis. No. Do you think someone's going to have written a sentence that long in a list? Mike,
We're getting highbrow.
Lewis. No, we're not highbrow here. Come on now, Mike. This to draw and send it to a tie break.
Oh my frangipane. Oh,
I've got a good tiebreaker, if I'm honest. So I'm hoping that you say something.
flan.
Michael, you're wrong.
Oh no.
You're absolutely wrong, Lewis.
Is it 'cause I'm cool?
Congratulations. I'm going to give you the tiebreaker question anyway, because
Mm.
something on this list is called a flapper pie.
Oh, again, it sounds a little bit fallopian.
Okay. I was just going to ask you what country you think that comes from.
Oh, God.
A flapper pie.
The Isle of Lesbos.
No.
I don't know.
Oh, good luck with that
No,
nod edit.
Mikey, no, Mikey, that was so not right.
Yeah, I don't know. Where's it
Lesbos,
from, Phil?
which is referenced quite a lot in the Book of Herodotus, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's in
Where-
one of the Greek islands.
Where's it from?
It's from Canada. There we
Right.
go. It is it's also known as forgotten prairie pie. It's a vanilla custard pie topped with meringue with a
Ooh.
graham cracker crust, or graham cracker crust, as they said. Right, we've got some questions. We've got some
Okay.
questions. Loads of questions. A few people who just make their observations on it, but that's fine. James says, "What is the point in trifle? Soggy sponge."
Yes,
Vomit
James.
emoji. He also uses the term jelly juice, which may set you off again.
Oh no! Please. Please.
Matt has offered to be the head judge in the Great Old Holt Trifle Off.
Back off, Matt. There's only one. There's only one cake judge in these parts.
But you, Lewis, didn't taste all the cakes.
I did, apart from my own.
Yeah, fair. Trifle is okay, says Andy. But should it be soaked in brandy, rum, or sherry?
Oh, I would say mint choc chip Baileys.
Oh gosh.
Well, traditional was definitely the sherry. I'm not sure I've had it with either of the others, but
No, I've not had it with rum.
I wouldn't
but
be
I like
adverse.
rum.
I wouldn't be adverse to trying either of the others.
Joking apart, would standard Baileys work? Because that's sort of a creamy liqueur.
I feel like that would be a chocolate trifle. You would have to go down that.
Would
route.
it? Okay.
Yeah.
I'm
Right.
not sure with the spirits. You can imagine them soaking into a sponge. I
Mm.
could see Baileys just not
Just
being
hanging
absorbed.
about.
It's
Just
very,
hanging about.
It's very thick, isn't it?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, I can see that being a problem.
The
Mike,
viscosity would be a problem.
Oh.
correct. Are there any better named foods than ladyfingers?
Can you stop saying it? Has somebody asked that question?
Yes,
Bet
I
yes,
did.
nearly all foods are better named than that.
Okay, fine.
Yeah.
I think monge too is a nice word for a small pea.
Man, get out.
Mangy trout, as we.
Yeah. Yeah, all of those.
Oh, not again, Lewis, please.
Right. Next question. Booze or no booze, says Christian. And he is also suggesting he'd use rum over sherry, but is insistent he is not a pirate.
Well, that's good to hear.
Lewis, as
Although
a
there are
trifle
some friendly ones
connoisseur?
out there.
I'll definitely go booze. Yeah, definitely
I'm
add.
good.
Definitely
And
add
it won't
something.
surprise you to hear that I'd go no booze.
There we go.
Phil, you have the casting vote.
Well, I haven't had a trifle with alcohol in since I was about 10 that I can remember. But I do remember it being really nice. So if someone wants to make me one, then I can make an informed decision.
Right, okay. That old
It's,
play.
it's yet another plea of can someone make me a pudding? And
Yeah.
No one thus far has.
Okay.
It's such a shame. Caroline says, my mum Jo makes an amazing trifle. When we were little, she made a chocolate trifle topped with marshmallows, which was also lovely. Are deviations from the traditional trifle considered acceptable in modern times?
Well, I think they're very much. I mean, they've been embraced and celebrated in recent, with recent award handouts.
As
with
we
the
found from the
platitudes,
one
etc.
that
I would
Lewis
say-
tried claiming.
Yeah, I would say acceptable, but never surpassing the original.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. What fruit do you like in a trifle?
I would like raspberries and strawberries.
I agree. Right.
It's-
Mike, you don't get a say because,
Sorry.
Caroline also says, my French exchange student didn't understand trifle at all, which is weird because the word trifle
Yeah.
is souffle, which means whimsical in French. So yeah, why do you think that was that the French person couldn't understand trifle? And what do you think French people understand the least?
Oh, that's a nice question.
Well,
Um,
French custard is quite a different thing to a thick
Like-
British custard, isn't it? It's
Like creme
a-
pat, as they
yeah.
would say on
Yeah.
Bake Off. Yeah.
underarm
creme anglaise.
maintenance.
Underarm
oh.
maintenance.
Oh
Okay.
goodness!
That's traditionally a French misunderstanding,
Mm,
I would say.
okay, so that's what you're going with. That's
I think
fine.
so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anything else about France that you want to have a dig at, Mike?
No, I love France. I'll be holidaying there this summer. I love it very much. I just don't get too close to anyone.
Perfect. They're
Yeah,
probably pleased.
I thought Mike had put border controls on his when he was standing for office.
I have no comment.
Right. Joe said, "Oh gosh, hang on. Oh gosh, in panic of not pressing the Joe button, I've just hit my arm on a racking, which very
Oh
hurt.
dear,
very
you're
much
right
hurt.
there, Phil.
I'll live. Still got to press the buttons. We got a question from Joe. When I was a child, my mum made me the best trifle. It was generally a Christmas treat, which actually I've heard quite a lot, and gave me a taste for sherry. I once had a bird's trifle at my best friend's house. It was horrible, and I can still remember the taste of mock cream. Why on earth do they still make bird's cream? For those international listeners is like you pick it up by the custard in the baking aisle, and
We're talking bird's custard here, not bird's cream. aren't we?
no bird's cream, dessert
Bird's
cream,
cream?
bird's dessert
Oh.
cream.
Oh, okay.
It's just like a warm cream. I suppose it's not warm if you put it in the fridge, but it doesn't really taste creamy. Effectively, it's like tinned cream, but in a
Oh.
carton.
What Joe has done there by mentioning Christmas has, in my brain, sparked a thought about a Christmas pudding-based trifle. Now, Christmas pudding traditionally has alcohol in it. You could top that with some seasonal berries, some custard, some cream, a few sprinkles.
Brandy cream.
Yeah, I think it could work.
Okay, fine. She also says that her parents-in-law use canned fruit and jelly with thick blancmange on top, and that is a trifle travesty.
Oh, it sounds more up my street, to be honest, Joe.
Oh, blancmange! What is the point? We don't have time for that.
Shame.
Mike, I have seen you at what you claimed was your festival that you put on in a few episodes ago.
Did I?
So I've seen you force grown adults to smash their face into a trifle to collect something as a competition. You'd lined them all up at the front.
Yeah.
You've put like a cream egg or something in the trifle.
Yeah.
And then you've asked they can only get it out retrieving the cream egg with their mouth.
Yes.
On that base,
Hmm.
what dessert would you most like to plunge your face into?
Oh, well, maybe maybe a pavlova.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because it's texturally, it would be nice, or
Yeah, or maybe even what's the one that's like pavlova but you put it in the oven?
baked
With ice cream.
Alaska.
A baked Alaska. You'd have all the sensations.
You would. That was going to be my answer. The baked
Oh,
Alaska.
was it? Yeah. I quite fancy that.
Yeah,
I think it's
Lewis.
sticky though, very sticky.
Oh yeah, but you deal with that.
This is not something I've given much thought to in the past. How about I think a fruit flan.
Yeah.
Fruit flan for comedic purposes. It
Yeah,
would be
I think so. Yeah,
and custard pie.
yeah. I think that would work well at Botto Fest 2025. Tickets available via Ticketmaster and all your.
It's very much has been for many years a team effort. I've just sometimes assumed the position of frontman. That's all it is.
Fine. What non-dessert item would you like to plunge your face into?
Oh gosh, now.
Shepherd's pie, because it's like the savoury equivalent of a trifle.
Oh, did you say food item?
No, it doesn't have to be food.
Oh, I went savoury food.
Oh, mince.
What would I like to plunge my face into?
Yeah.
Gosh, my children are listening to this. Yeah. Maybe I'd quite like to try one of those emergency stop pillows. You know what they're called?
Airbag.
Airbag.
You'd love to feel an airbag go off in your face.
Yeah. Yeah, I would like to try it. Yeah.
Having been in the car with you, it astounds me that your airbag has never gone off in your face.
Yeah. Airbag. I'd like to try it just once.
Yeah, very, very good, very good. Jane says, should you ever include alcohol? Asking for a friend. Seemingly yes. But maybe make me a non-alcohol and an alcohol, and I can judge. Nick says, don't worry, it's only a trifling matter. I'd lock him
Very
up
good, Nick.
in custody. It's an office reference for those who've seen it.
Very good, Nick. Strong.
He then goes on to say, massive unpopular opinion, but would warm custard make people like trifle more?
Oh, maybe in my Christmas pudding one, but I don't think outside of that, no.
Well, it wouldn't set, would it? That would be the issue. So therefore, he'd be having a deconstructed custard pudding.
You're going to end up with warm cream.
If you use maybe squirty cream straight out the fridge on top. No, okay, all right.
I don't think it's going to work.
Okay, fine.
I mean, you could make it. I mean, structurally, the heat would also nobble the jelly a bit, so you're going to end up with leakages everywhere.
Yeah,
jelly seepage. Those whatever.
Look, I'm going to
give
it some thought, lads, and I'll come back to you at Christmas.
Christmas.
Yeah.
Just timestamp this. We're recording in July.
Yeah. Just think about the poor integrity of those ladyfingers as well.
Oh, please.
You know that ladyfingers were an 11th century invention from France. They were from the House of Savoy.
Do you think Caroline's French exchange student would understand them?
You know what? We were in France not so long ago, and I wasn't specifically looking for ladyfingers, but I didn't see any. They're often called boudoir biscuits.
Oh dear. Okay.
As well. They've got a lot of names, ladyfingers.
Yeah.
Do
I'd like to use some of their other ones. Okay.
you want to know what they are?
No. Yeah. Go on.
Right. I mean, give me a.
Could we come up with our own names for them first, just in case they're already, they're already on your list?
Yeah, you. This is a bonus quiz. You let me know, and tell me what country you think that might be a good name for, because I've got every country's translation pretty much here for ladyfingers.
Okay.
Sponge rockets.
Sponge rockets. No one's calling them that.
Okay.
No one's calling them that.
Dinosaur toes.
Oh, it's good.
Oh,
That's
it is
really
good. It's good, but it's not right. No, of ones I can pronounce in Australia, they're called sponge fingers.
Oh,
Right.
okay. Okay. Not really. Okay. They're not really. Yeah. Okay. Not
Colombia,
too
more
carried away there.
exciting. Lenguas, which translates to tongues.
Oh
So you've
dear.
got tongues, ladyfingers. You've got Löffel biscuits in German, or Baba Piscotta in Hungary.
Gosh. Yeah.
That's nice, isn't it? That's a nice word.
Yeah.
Oh, this might be my name for my fancy football team this year. What have we got here? So Savoiardi in Italy. But yeah, lots of baby cookies, cat's
What?
tongue, cat's tongue in Turkey. They're called baby
Oh,
cookies
no.
in Slovenia. Yeah,
All right.
lots of tongues, lots of fingers, but yeah, they're very nice. I think they're a good snack to have, just on your person at any point.
No. Okay. Good. Are we done?
Any other business?
Oh, not at this end. I don't think this week. No.
Okay, but
No.
that's good. That's very good. I've got I put a request out, and if you're still listening to this, please do. I want some emails. Chipadvisorpod@gmail.com. Should have put this in the earlier business section. Chipadvisorpod@gmail.com. I want some emails. I want suggestions for future episodes. We've had a request for an episode on Wimpy. We've also had a suggestion that for our 50th episode, we should do it on chips, which we are yet to tackle. And Mike, you can deal with that one because you are an expert on chips.
Yes, I am. Thank you.
Pizza. There's also been
Yeah.
suggested. If you got any more niche ones, then that would be fun. That would be fun. Lewis, any other business?
No, I don't think there is any today.
Oh,
Can I just ask what the two young ladies in your house had for lunch? A hot dinner.
They did. They had burgers,
Oh.
which makes me sad because they're all going to be gone by the time we've
Oh, no.
finished. And it's not the first time in the last few weeks that someone's been round my
No.
house and eaten all my burgers.
My
Is it like-
apologies. My apologies once again, Lewis. My apologies once again.
Oh gosh, it does happen. So
Yeah.
you know.
Well, what a pleasure. What a pleasure it's been. And we'll hopefully be back in full force next week.
Yes, absolutely. Okay, well, have a good week, and we'll see you next time.
Bye-bye now.
Bye.